one of our core areas is wetting agents, and products such as Hydrozone, Aquazone, very well known in the industry now. SCRI tested in 2016. Sales of those are growing sort of year on year. We've got a whole range of residual type wetting agents that resist biodegradation, so they perform better for longer. And then we've got all penetrant types. We've launched a new one called EcoWet Penetrant, which is designed to be slightly more environmentally friendly as far as the sourcing goes.
So with the summer we've just had, what kind of wetting agents would you recommend using trying to get grass coverage back?
Yeah, it's still largely about the monthly residuals, and what you find, I mean, you have to apply water, so generally, you know, if there's no water or no fairway irrigation, applying a residual wetting agent onto a fairway without any water input or without any rain is really not worth your time.
Yeah.
Although when rain does return, you do get good recovery, faster recovery than if you don't use a wetting agent. But the main thing is just to keep the normal programs going on the greens. One thing to be aware, when conditions are very hot and particularly dry, although you apply an irrigation, once you apply these materials, they biodegrade within the soil, and when the temperatures are higher, then they biodegrade quicker. So sometimes you need to just increase your concentration. So something you might have used at 15 litres or 20 litres per hectare, when it's particularly hot and dry for a prolonged period, then you might just want to increase that a little bit, because microbial degradation is still a chemical process, and chemical process is basically double the reaction rate for every 10 degrees. So sometimes, times you might want to go up to 25, 30 litres per hectare. But it's the same sorts of products that would keep you going.
So moving forward, and this year, if we were to get the same summer, what kind of products would you be recommending to use beforehand to prevent the drying out?
I mean, there is an argument for sort of trying to recharge your profile when things are particularly wet, and sometimes with penetrants as well, just to help water get down a bit further, because they can take water down further. They're not as long lasting. Peter, our Northern Area sales rep, has a particular recommendation to try and make the most of winter and late winter water, to try and get the water down into the profile. But it just gives you a slight head start, because when evapotranspiration starts, then obviously that water soon disappears. But it's, again, I'd particularly recommend Hydrozone, because it's engineered to last longer. It's what's called a reverse block copolymer, so it biodegrades slightly more slowly, and when it is that hot and dry, then products that don't degrade and don't deplete from the soil as quickly are probably the ones to use.